On the first one, I only got like $15,000, but that was for materials, for paying an assistant, for travel. All I wanted was a big screen TV, and I got it back then. I didn't do the second one because they sent me the script, and they had Jason running around. And Jason's a kid that dies in the first movie. The mother was the killer. I said, what, Jason? Oh, no, we're going to change that. Of course, they did not. I had an argument with Betsy Palmer about that. She said that, we never found the body. We never found the kid's body. Okay, so that means he came out of the lake and for 35 years was living off crayfish and stealing clothes. And nobody saw this weird kid running around, So, so I thought there shouldn't be a Jason. So they didn't offer me part 3. And the final chapter they offered me because I get to kill Jason. Although it wasn't in the script. We invented Jason's death ourselves. It wasn't in the script. So it was going to be the final chapter because that was going to be the last one, So they wanted. It was like Dr. Frankenstein. I created the monster and then I got to kill him. Okay. So wait, what? I was heading toward a point there about the final chapter. Oh, I know what it was. When they asked me to do it, I asked for a fortune. Okay, and they gave it to me, and that made up for the first one. Okay. I think that's why. Yeah, I did it. I asked for a bloody fortune. And it was a big deal at Paramount Pictures, so they went for it. But still, to this day, I mean, the first movie made for $300,000. I think it made $72 million. And all the reviews said that the star of this film is Tom Savini's effects. I made $15,000. They made $72 million. So I'm a little pissed off about that. I went to Sean's house, Sean Cunningham, the producer. I went to his house in L.A. 2 tennis courts, swimming pools, it's a mansion. And I'm thinking, yeah. The star of this film, anyway.
So, how did you first hook up with Quentin Tarantino? When did you first meet him?
Quentin Tarantino, I met him when I was at a convention. I was at a convention, this kid comes up. Mr. Savini, I'm a big fan. He was, I work in a video store here in Manhattan Beach. I wonder if you'd mind coming and signing some things and seeing what we have. And I went. And it was Quentin Tarantino. He was probably writing Reservoir Dogs in the back room, So I did that. I went there, and he's hired me 6 times since then. Because, I did. I went and made the effort to see him. But also, he would be at, like, Nicotero's parties, in L.A. He'd be this quiet guy in the corner, looked like a caveman. He had so much hair, But he wrote Dusk Till Dawn, And now, I mean, I'm impressed by him. I think his next movie is going to be a horror movie. From what he said at the Django Unchained producer screening. Anybody see Django Unchained?
Yeah. What?
A lot of people don't remember that I was in that. I had real long hair and a beard. I had the dogs, the trained dogs, Butch and Bullet. Butch and Bullet, they were Belgian Malinois shepherds. The trainer gave us like a 10-minute lesson with the dogs. He'd say, stand up, roll over, move left, turn right. And the dog, like he understood English, would do whatever the trainer said. So he said to me, okay, I'm going to make him go crazy, and I want you to hold him back, okay? He did this motion, and the dog dragged me 30 feet into the swamp on my knees, okay? But I was finally able to brace myself and, hold. It was like holding a car back. You couldn't do it, So we go to the set, and I've got the dogs, and the slave is up the tree, and Leonardo DiCaprio pulls up and says, "Hey, with the dogs, he's supposed to say, get these dogs out of here." And he starts screaming, and he's yelling, "Fuck!" And I look, and the dogs are attacking him. They've torn off his pants. They bit him on the ass cheek and dragged him to the ground by his ass cheek. His ass looked like Mars later in the day. Okay. So Quentin calls lunch. So we come back after lunch, and the guy's in new wardrobe, and we do the scene again. DiCaprio pulls up, and he says his line, "Get these dogs out of here." So I grab the leash of those dogs, and now the dogs are attacking me. They're on my arm. But I'm continuing the scene with this dog on my arm, okay? And Quentin yells, "Cut." Now, it wasn't the teeth that hurt, it was the pressure of their jaw. And the trainer said I still have my arm because they didn't feel stunt pads. They're trained to attack stunt pads. He said, that's what saved my arm. So we both wind up going to the hospital for tetanus shots. So the next day, same scene, we're doing this, and they bring the slave down and attach a fake arm to him, and the dogs have to rip the arm off, okay? And he had his real arm behind his back, like this. And every time they did the take, you could see the guy's real arm. And Quentin was getting frustrated. He shot like 7 takes of it. And I didn't want to say anything because it's K&B, they're my buddies, Greg Nicotero, you know. So, but Quentin walked past me at some point. And I said, you remember when we did this effect in Dawn of the Dead, when they cut the Day of the Dead, they cut Miguel's arm off? I said, we dug a hole in the ground so the guy's real arm goes into the hole, and all you're aware of is his body and the fake arm, okay? I said, but don't tell them I said that, okay? So he goes back to the set, and like 10 minutes later, he says, why don't you dig a hole under him? You know, and they kind of poo-pooed. He said, no, I think it's going to work. So they dug a hole under the guy, and they did like 7 takes, and you never saw the fake arm, and it worked beautifully, you know? So I'm